I'm going to invite you to take a seat on the floor with your legs crossed, the right leg in front of the left leg. Now, if the idea of sitting on the floor for an extended period is not very appealing to you today, you can always do this sequence seated in a chair. Just make sure that your feet are placed on the floor, they're equally balanced, and that you're sitting more towards the edge of your chair so you're not tempted to slump and lean back. You want to make sure that you're nice and long through your spine, lifting out of your pelvis. We're going to focus our short practice today on the neck and the shoulders, but to begin, just want you to place your palms on your knees and take a moment to settle into your body, to find your natural breath. Close your eyes if it feels good to do so, and take an inhale and an exhale. You can breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, or exhale through the nose, whatever feels good to you in this moment. But give yourself that precious gift of finding some stillness in your day, taking the time to turn inwards for a few moments. Just shut out the noise of the outside world as you breathe deeply. Just a natural breath, no fancy schmancy yoga breathing, just your breath and what feels good to you right now. Keeping your focus on your breath. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Nice long spine. Just tucking the chin down so you can feel a stretch through the upper part of your spine. And then lifting your head, raising your chin towards the ceiling. Let your head sink back. Don't drop back or fall back. Keep it controlled. And then breathing out, you're going to drop the chin towards the chest once more. Just rocking in this exaggerated head nodding movement. Now, if you've got any discomfort or any injury in the spine, any problems between the discs, then don't take your head all the way back in this movement. Just bring it back to neutral, just resting here, and then you can tilt the chin down once again. If you feel okay letting the head drop back, maybe push your bottom lip over your top lip so you can feel the stretch through the front of the throat even stronger. And one more. Lifting up. Bringing your head back to that neutral position. Interlace your fingers. You're going to tuck your hands just to the back of your head. Let your elbows push backwards, opening up your chest. You'll feel a squeeze between the shoulder blades as you do this. Inhale, tilt your chin upwards, arch your back, push your elbows behind you. And as you exhale, tuck the chin towards the chest. And just gently round the spine. It's just a tiny little bit of a round, nothing too forceful. Pushing the chest forward as you pull the elbows behind you, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the chin. So there's a little more pressure on the head. The stretch feels more intense as you move with the hands to the back of the head. And you can control this. You allow as much or as little pressure on the head as feels comfortable. Remember to work within your limits, work within your first point of resistance. Allow your body to get used to what you're doing before you introduce it to a more intense sensation. Opening up one more time. And then coming back to neutral. Keep those elbows in the starting position. And you're going to look over to your right side, turning your body over to your right side and let your chin drop down as if you're trying to bring your nose to your armpit. How pleasant. Come back to center, all the way over to your left. Same thing. Notice how it feels through your back as you tilt your chin downward. You're most likely going to feel some sensation between the shoulder blades or just behind the shoulder blades. Maybe up into the side of the neck. You're certainly going to find out if anything is feeling tight or sticky. Just moving slowly. Take your time exploring your limits, finding what feels good. Let's do one more to the right. Coming back to center and one more to the left. This is our last one. Keeping that spine nice and long. Just the cervical spine, the upper part that we're focusing on. Reaching your arms up and extending the fingers out to the side, creating a sort of circle of energy around your body. You can roll the shoulders, rolling them backwards. Feel that squeeze between the shoulder blades as you draw them together and then pull down. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. Rolling them forwards. Again, feeling the squeeze and opening as you roll. Don't make these little half-hearted, gentle rolls. Really put some energy, some effort into this. Shaking out your fingertips, shaking out your wrists, shaking out your shoulders. You're going to bring your hands together, interlacing your fingers, keeping the palms facing towards your body. Press your palms away from you. Keep your elbows slightly bent and imagine that you're trying to pull your fingers apart, but you can't quite do it. And as you push your palms away and you do this little pulling action at the fingers, you'll feel a really juicy stretch across the top of the shoulders, just above your shoulder blades. The more you bend those elbows and kind of press your hands away from you, the more intense you're going to feel this. You can tuck the chin down towards the chest just slightly. You're rounding your spine to a degree, not allowing yourself to collapse, but just a little bit of a push into the spine. And then bring your palms back to heart center just for a moment. And then rotating to press the palms away from you. Take an inhale and raise your hands all the way up above the head. Your biceps in line with your ears. As you breathe out, we're going to do a sort of seated cat-cow. Breathing out, rounding your spine, pushing the palms away. Now this time you're really rounding. And as you inhale, chest comes forward, reaching the arms up, palms to the sky. Exhale, rounding and pressing. Inhale, lift and arch, feeling the length through your body. Rounding once more as you breathe out. Inhale up. Let's do one more. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lifting. Holding just for a moment. Feel the length. Imagine that you're being pulled by your wrists up towards the ceiling. You can feel that length through your arms, your armpit. There's space between the pelvis and the ribs. Feel yourself lengthening and lifting, almost like you're floating up from your seat. And then you're going to extend the fingers out to the side, really wide fingers. Reach your fingertips away from your body as you create that beautiful circle of energy once more. Taking your hands behind you, you're going to interlace your fingers. Press the palms together and pull your hand to your right hip. So you're trying to just rest the back of your left hand at your right side. Holding here. Just take a breath. Relax your shoulders. Take a moment to get used to this new shape, this new sensation. And when you're ready, you're just going to let your right ear sink towards your right shoulder. And as this happens, you're going to feel a stretch in the left side of your neck, maybe a little bit of a squeeze in the right side, but you should be feeling mostly a stretch in the left side. And because of the position of our hands, it's going to keep that left shoulder down, stop it from rising up. Breathing deeply and just letting your breath go with an audible sigh. It feels good to do that. Make sure that you're not arching your back as you let the ear sink down towards the shoulder. It's easy to want to pop your chest out and allow your ribs to flare a little bit. So keep hugging those ribs in towards your body. Nice and strong through the torso, a long line. Inhale, bring your head back to center and let the arms release, reaching them up to the ceiling. Bending your right elbow, let your right palm reach between your shoulder blades and just bring your left hand to gently press on the right elbow. Again, conscious of what's happening in your upper body. Are you forcing your chest forward in order to reach this position, or can you feel yourself hugging your ribs, holding your ribs in? Feeling them working like a little corset to keep your torso strong. Your head is up, not looking down. And you want to just feel the stretch coming through the back of your arm. And you can use your opposite hand to pull even more in towards the center of your body. Or if that doesn't feel good, just rest it at the tip of your elbow, creating just a little bit of counterbalance so that you don't allow this elbow to fall forward. Again, focusing on some nice deep breaths. We want to take at least 2 or 3 breaths, pulling the shoulders down and away from the ears, giving your body time to just settle into this new shape. One more breath. And release. Reach your arms up. Again, creating that circle of energy around your body. And then just allowing yourself to reach forward. Let your belly sink over your legs. You can either make a couple of fists for your forehead to rest on, or you can come all the way down to the floor. I'm going to take my cushion out of the way just so that I can feel that stretch more into my hip. Take a deep breath in and let it softly release. Slowing everything down just for a few breaths, feeling the changes that have taken place in your body. What's shifted and moved in the last few minutes? Can you feel your shoulders soften, your neck relaxed? Bring your palms to the floor as you roll upwards. Hips, waist, shoulders, and eventually the head and neck coming all the way back to an upright position. You might want to roll the shoulders. And then we're going to swap the legs. So you're going to take your left leg and pop it in front of your right leg, recrossing. Of course, if you're sitting on a chair, nothing changes. I'm going to raise my hips up a little bit higher than my knees again before we begin our next round. Going to interlace your fingers, palm facing towards your body, and then pressing away, keeping those elbows slightly bent. Imagine you're trying to pull your fingers apart, feeling that tension, that stretch. It's such a delicious feeling. If you've been sitting working at a keyboard all day, this is, if you remember nothing else from this lesson today, this is the one to go for. Drawing the palms in towards the chest, and then you're going to push them away. And inhale, reaching up. Biceps to ears, hold for a moment, lifting tall, make sure that you're long and straight. And then as you exhale, round the spine as you press the palms away. Feel that space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, reaching up, push the chest forward. Exhale, rounding and pressing down. You can tuck the chin towards the chest. Inhale, reach up. And exhale down. Once more, inhale, reaching up, and exhale down. Oh, feels good. Inhaling up, holding. Really push your palms towards the ceiling. Imagine you're being lifted by your wrists so you can feel everything rising up. Your whole upper body just feels so light as you lift and lengthen. Feel all that delicious space that you're creating through your body. And release the hands, creating that bubble of energy that you're surrounding yourself with, this bubble of amazing energy. Give the shoulders a little roll, and then reach the palms behind you. Interlace the fingers, drawing the hands to the left hip. So this time the back of your right hand is going to rest at your left side. So you can feel that opening up the right shoulder. Just take a little centering breath, get used to this new shape, and then let your left ear sink towards your left shoulder. Feel that stretch in the right side. Notice how it feels perhaps a little different than it did on the opposite side. Just notice and observe all of your awareness on your breath. Allowing gravity and body weight to do all of the work for you. Long spine. Feeling your ear sink towards your shoulder, stretching out that right side of your neck. Taking a breath in, bring the head all the way back to center, releasing your hands, and you're going to reach up once more. Big breath in, and as you breathe out, bending the left elbow, let your left palm drop between the shoulder blades or touching the back of the body. Your right palm is just going to reach for that left elbow and feel that stretch through your triceps, through the back of the arm. Again, just noticing what position feels good. You don't have to go all the way with the palm between the shoulders. Maybe just touching your shoulder is enough for you to feel something. Make sure that you're not pushing your chest out, flaring your ribs. Keep hugging the ribs in towards the chest. And use this right hand to either pull your elbow more towards the center of the body or just to create a little bit of counterbalance so you don't fall forward. Keep your head up. Big breath in. And out. Oh, so nice just to spend some time around the upper body. Inhale, release your arms. Exhale, spreading that energy one more time. And then sinking forward into your little forward fold so you can feel that all the way down into your left hip. Again, making the choice if you want to make two fists and rest your forehead on those fists. Perfect. If you want to come all the way down to the floor, go ahead and do that. Take some breaths, conscious, positive breaths, powerful breaths. You feel that stretch across your left hip, letting your lower body get heavier and heavier with each breath. Your upper body is lengthening, but you can feel your shoulders soften. You can feel your head and your neck fully relaxed and comfortable. Placing your palms on the floor, walking up one more time, coming all the way back to an upright position, rolling through the hips, the waist, the shoulders, and eventually bringing the head and neck all the way to upright. Last thing we're going to do to just ease out any remnants of tension around about the neck, I want you to take your fingers and spread them wide. You're going to take them to just at the side of your ear, slide down until you can feel the jawline, and then tuck your fingers just under your jaw. So you want to make sure that you're not digging nails in here, just the pads of your fingers. And you want to feel that jawbone under your fingers. And all you're going to do as you breathe out is just tilt your chin downwards. And as you tilt your chin downwards, you're going to feel your fingers pressing in more firmly under the jawline. Take an inhale, raising up. You might want to just shift the position of your fingers, maybe if you find a little bit of tension, and just gently sink down. Keep the shoulders relaxed as you do this. Fingers are strong and powerful. And the intensity of this movement really just comes from how much you decide you want to tip your chin forward. The more you let it drop down, the more you're going to feel. It does make your face look a bit weird when you do this, but it feels so good. And one more time, tilting down, keep pressing. And release. Interlace the fingers, bring the hands to the chest, shoulders are relaxed. Take an inhale, in through the nose. Release through the mouth with an audible sigh if it feels good. One more time, inhaling. And exhaling. You can use this sequence anytime you've been sitting at a computer or a desk, you've been doing a lot of intense work, or anytime perhaps you just feel like there's something stiff and tight around about the shoulders and the neck. It's great to do this first thing in the morning to activate this part of your body, and equally good to use it in the evening before you go to bed to make sure you get a comfortable, restful night's sleep. Use this in whatever way fits into your lifestyle, but make sure that you look after this really precious part of your body. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope that you enjoyed that, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how this has helped you, and I will see you the next time we're together on the mat.